Hey, how's it going, guys? My name's Steve, and I'm here to talk to you about patriotism. Um, really conflicted on what real patriotism is. Is it upholding the Constitution and the ideals within the Constitution at all costs, whether that means being lawful or unlawful, and supporting what the framers of the Constitution truly believed in, or is it being a law-abiding citizen and doing exactly what the government says when they say to do it? Um, what really scares me is that I'm 20 years old and I'm able to understand a lot of things and grasp concepts and what's really going on that 30, 40, 50, 60, and 70 year olds don't understand who have been here 2, 3 times as long as me. Um, for instance, the government has now been implementing new bans and taxes and regulations on guns and ammunition. Um, the nationalized health care, which is really scary because it's not the government's job in the first place to provide health care. And an analogy of what the framers truly thought the government, or sorry, what a federal government should be, is they're supposed to be able to guarantee us that there is a door out there for each and every one of us. It's not their job, according to the framers, and this is all paraphrased and using a modern day analogy. It's not their job to tell us where the door is. First of all, create a door for us, tell us where the door is, unlock the door for us, warn us that they're opening the door, then open the door, then guide us through by hand, then close the door behind us and lock it behind us. That's not their job. It's simply to tell us that there's a door out there for each and every one of us. Um, some of the other things that they're doing is a lot of the new taxes and stuff like that as far as emissions on vehicles. They control credit, whether or not we're allowed to get money. Um, they control all the new regulations on travel. I used to work for the airlines, and now I'm an aircraft fueler, and I deal a lot with aviation and travel. And a lot of the new regs that TSA is putting in are really not scary, but it's really sad that if you're flying on airlines, some of the things you can't take with you anymore because supposedly it could be used as a weapon, even though anything on a plane could be used as a weapon. They control all of our natural resources. I have a lot of friends in agriculture, and they control whether or not they can get water to their crops. For instance, locally, there's a huge thing with Delta Smelt in the San Joaquin Valley. Um, a lot of farmers are being told to produce and produce and produce, and the population's growing so much and growing so fast and growing out of control that they're trying to keep up with all the demands. Now the government is saying that they can't have that water to be able to do it because of a small little fish called the Delta Smelt, which I think is ridiculous. They control all of our agriculture in those ways, not to mention all the regulations from the FDA. That also, just in general taxes, Social Security, and the sad part is that we all pay for things which are absolutely ridiculous. For instance, I'm 20 years old. However, I pay Social Security. I pay over $100 a check, a pay period, into Social Security, a system in which I will never see a penny of. However, they deem it necessary to take over $100 out of every single one of my pay stubs because yeah, I don't really know why, and I don't know where that money's going to because Social Security's in such a mess right now, but yet they're still taking it out on me, and I know for a fact, and I can guarantee it, I will bet anybody $1 million that by the time I need Social Security, that system will be long gone. Um, some of the other things are in miscellaneous taxes and stuff like that, just the federal tax itself. I pay, I think it's $60 to $70 a month, or per pay period, to be able to support a government that's so absolutely corrupt that it's appalling. Um, and when I was talking about patriotism and trying to find it and upholding the Constitution or upholding the government, um, I think a lot of people have lost sight of the fact because of some of the tricks that the government has played on us and what they allow on the media, and not just the media, but just in general. Um, there's been this whole social shift in the citizens because of people who have these bright ideas. For instance, apparently socialism is the new democracy. The government, from the looks of it, is trying to mandate whether or not we help people. And I believe in helping people if you have the capability and the means to help them. And I don't have a problem helping people if I can, but what I do have a problem with is helping people who don't work. And what I really have a problem with is helping people when I can't even help myself. I'm in debt because I'm 20 years old and I have horrible credit because the government says so. Sorry, the Federal Reserve, which is a private institution, says so. Even though that's a whole nother subject I don't want to get into because I will most likely punch my brand new laptop. And a lot of things that they're doing are so ridiculous, and I have no support for the current government right now. Don't get me wrong, I believe in the Constitution 100%. I think it is an amazing document. However, apparently all of our politicians and congressmen and our current president, Mr. Obama, our messiah, don't believe in the Constitution because of the things that they're doing and the ideas that they're suggesting is a complete revamp on the Constitution, and that's not what we need. If you want to revamp the Constitution, create your own goddamn country. Don't take my America away and don't take my family's America away. And but basically, what I don't understand is that we are a nation founded upon rebellion. However, we have forgotten this. Anyone who wants to disagree, that's absolutely wrong. Not to mention and I'm not promoting one single religion, but we are founded on Christian ideals through John Locke and natural rights philosophy, God-given rights. That was a Christian God because he was a Christian. And And some of the other things I have a problem. Not even to get on that, I need to finish my first topic. We're a nation founded upon rebellion. Now, the founding fathers rebelled against the British because they didn't want to pay back war debts. The British saved our ass many a times. And when they came to collect their money because they were broke and they needed money, the founders said there's no way in hell no taxation without representation. And from that, America was born. And don't get me wrong, I love America. Well, I love the ideals behind America, and I love the United States Constitution. I don't necessarily love America at its current state. However, I think it can be restored. My main question is that if the founding fathers found it necessary and what's the word I'm looking for? If they found it acceptable to rebel because of no taxation without representation, the things that our federal government's doing to us right now, we have more right to rebel on those than the founding fathers did against Britain. And my big question is, should we rebel? And if we should, how would we go about doing it? Any comments are open. However, if you're going to be absolutely negative and be ignorant, just don't even worry about posting it. There's no point in it. All I'm asking is that do we have the right to rebel? And if so, should we? And if we should, how would you recommend going about it? Because I have no idea how to rebel against something that has absolute control over all aspects of my life. Hit me up with your comments, any video responses, that's fine. Anything like that, just let me know what you guys are thinking out there. Have a good one.